Because of the really competitive nature of the Chevening Scholarship, because each year thousands of applications come in, so you really want to make sure that you differentiate yourself as much as possible from the other candidates.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Rogers again, multiple scholarship winner and awards. So today we will be talking about the Chevening Fellowship or scholarships, which is meant for the UK, the United. This will be my first interview, so I'll be bringing in an expert. I call her the expert in the level of applying for the Chevening Scholarship in the UK. So she's a scholar, she got it, one of the best in the field. So I'll be asking her some few questions for her to answer, and then share tips on how to apply and get it straight up, how to prepare for it, some of the things you need to do, and what you don't need to do. So by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you should click on the subscribe button below, like, share, and I'll wait for more amazing content from me. Let's get to it now. Okay, once more, welcome to my channel. So could you briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Emilia. I'm currently a Chevening scholar undergoing a one-year third master's degree in the UK. I started my career early as a journalist in Cameroon, worked for a couple of media houses before I diverted into the area of public relations. For the past years, I've gained experiences in the industry. I worked for 2 years as a community manager for African News, which is based in the Republic of Congo. Apart from my career, I'm a very passionate community development activist. I've been working in the humanitarian sector for close to, say, 3 to 5 years. And my areas of interest are women empowerment, career development, and also personal development. I founded my organization and I've been running a mentorship program, an all-girls mentorship program in Cameroon, which is aimed at inspiring young girls out there and motivating them, matching them up with top-level professionals in their industry who can help to mold them and help them achieve their career development objective. So summarily, my passion is to go out there and assist young people like myself who are finding it difficult to sail through life's challenges, providing the motivation and the career guidance as well as the personal development guidance they need in order to succeed in life.
So how did you know about the Chevening Scholarship?
Back in the University of Boya, my undergraduate days, I began sourcing out for some scholarships as someone who was looking forward to continuing my studies up to the master's level. I began as early as possible, even before I graduated, to source out for these scholarships and international fundings that could maybe help me develop more in my career, get much exposure as I could, and that is how I also came in contact with that's how I came to know about the Chevening Scholarship. Also, had a couple of friends who were also part of the scholarship program and who were opportuned to have been sponsored by the UK government under the Chevening Scholarship. So that's how I gradually developed interest in the Chevening Scholarship. I first applied for the scholarship in that should be 2016. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. I didn't make it even to the interview level. So I decided to take a step back and then look at what the scholarship was all about. Look at their recommendations. Look at the kind of people they were looking for. Look at what it really entailed to become a Chevening scholar. So I used the next couple of years from 2016 to 2018 to build myself up and to prepare myself to meet these criteria and meet the requirements of the scholarship. So it took me about 2 to 3 years to develop myself, while also having a Chevening scholarship in mind, because my main target was to have the Chevening scholarship. So I needed to develop myself so I could meet up all the criteria of the scholarship.
So we are pretty much aware that this is a scholarship in the UK. So are you, especially those from non-native English-speaking countries, is it compulsory for you to write TOEFL or IELTS in order to apply for it?
Is English language a requirement for a Chevening scholarship? The answer is a yes, 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 and a yes again. You must have your English language proficiency test before you are considered for a Chevening scholarship. I have heard of people who have been rejected. Like, they make it to the final stage, they make it through the interview, but they did not come to the UK because they did not have an English language test, or maybe they did not have the required band score. So if you're thinking of applying for a Chevening scholarship, you should think about applying or doing your English language test as early as possible, because it can just be a main reason why you don't make it at all. You can make it to the interview, you can pass the interview, you can go through everything. But if you missed one of the Chevening requirements, you might likely not travel. You might likely not be able to undertake your scholarship. So these requirements are really, really very important. They are not placed there for fancy, or they are not placed there just because for the beauty of the word. No, they are very serious. Each and every one of them is taken into consideration. So before you apply for any scholarship out there, make sure you read the requirements very carefully and make sure you meet all of them. I mean all of them, because scholarships are really, really very competitive. So they're looking for one little thing to eliminate candidates who don't meet all the requirements. Those are just some basic little things that might lead to your elimination in any scholarship program that you're applying for. So please read your requirements very carefully and make sure you meet all of the requirements. I really can't remember the stipulated band score for Chevening, but it could be, I don't know, you can check it on the website. Or
I know a prestigious scholarship like this one from the Queensland is usually very competitive. So what do you think made you to stand out amongst the several number of applicants that did apply for it?
Because of the really competitive nature of the Chevening scholarship, because each year thousands of applications come in, so you really want to make sure that you differentiate yourself as much as possible from the other candidates. That's the only way you can make it through to the interview stage and then right up to getting the scholarship. So you have to make sure that you're different from other candidates. And I think one of the very core things is your leadership skills, how good of a leader you have been, because it's very clear. Chevening has made it clear that they're looking for people who are aspiring or who are future leaders, as they say it, future leaders. So you may want to make sure that your leadership skills are really, really strong, and your networking skills as well. How well do you network? You're also looking at your survival skills, because studying in the UK, it's not easy. I'm here and I can tell you the truth. The educational system here is tough. It's easy, yeah, because sometimes you just have to, it's not as complicated as maybe back home for my country in particular, but it's really, really intense. So you have to be ready and make sure that you can match up to that challenge. You can meet it at any point and at any cost. So if you're looking at applying for the Chevening Scholarship, first of all, make sure you look at the requirements properly. Go through one of them as if you're reading your Bible. That was my first tip. I took a careful look at the requirements. What did Chevening require? What did they want? What were they looking for? What kind of person are they looking for? What kind of skills are they looking for? And then the second thing is I took time to build those skills. My leadership skills, like I said, the first time I applied for the scholarship, I didn't make it even to the interview stage. So I took the next couple of years to work on myself, to develop myself, to make sure that I fit into the Chevening shoes. I fit into the kind of person they are looking for. Develop my leadership skills, develop my networking skills, and also build my experiences, because another very key requirement Chevening is looking for is 2 years of work experience. Make sure you get 2 years of work experience in your field of studies. It's very important and it is really considered. So those are some very key tips if you're looking for applying for a Chevening Scholarship. You might also want to look at maybe talking to those who have applied for the scholarship before, those who are former Chevening scholars as well. They might also likely give you more tips, how it is, how the program functions, what it is you can apply for. So that is how you get you familiarize yourself with the scholarship itself, and you familiarize yourself with the requirements, what it demands, and everything, so that when you are eventually applying for, you are very confident, you are very comfortable, you know everything about it. Don't go into it without knowing what it is, because that is a mistake so many people make out there. They just say, oh yeah, Chevening Scholarship. So many people apply, oh yeah, okay, I'm also going. So they go into the Chevening Scholarship without knowing what it is, without knowing what they are going there to do, without having a clear-cut plan. So it's very important to, first of all, know what it is, know what you're going for, know what the Chevening Scholarship is, know what they are looking for. When you have all these factors in place, then you are good to go.
So are you open for mentorship? That's mentorship to coach people on how to apply for this Chevening Scholarship.
You want to reach out to me personally, my Facebook name will be down at the screen, so you can contact me, Nkengmeyi Emilia, on Facebook and even on LinkedIn. Then my WhatsApp contact also, I think we'll make sure that you see it at the bottom of the screen. So you can just, please, when you're sending me a request on Facebook, don't just maybe send a request and then you leave it at that. Please try to leave me a little message so that I know who is requesting a friend, who is sending me a friend request, and for what reason. Because sometimes I have a couple of things going on my Facebook page that I really skip some of those requests, and maybe I don't even see them. But if you leave me a message inbox, I'll always make sure I see it, and then I try to reply all. The easiest way to reach me out is through LinkedIn. Just leave me a couple of messages or send me a connection request and I'll get back to you. Also, WhatsApp, you can get my WhatsApp contact. I think Rogers will make sure that it's written at the bottom of the screen, so that if you want to also contact me through WhatsApp, you can feel free to. But please try to make sure that your requests are genuine, your requests are professional, and you have a clear reason why you're contacting me. It really makes it very easy for us to get to work